All right, so you have the Page of Coins for your theme of the month card. So Libra, for December 2017. The Page of Coins as your theme of the month is somebody who is aspiring to do new things, somebody who wants to try new things, who's looking for a new outlook on life, to do new things in life in general. And the Page of Coins is saying, it's kind of like planting new seeds, starting fresh, having new opportunities, but also being very pragmatic and responsible in doing it. So Libra, it looks like your month is going to be about focusing on the things you want to accomplish, how you're going to achieve them, and, hopefully in the end, getting what you're desiring. All right, so your current position coming into the month of December is the Three of Pentacles or coins. All right, so if you're single, this says immediately that you want a partnership, so to speak, or you want something tangible in your life. And so that kind of goes really well with what you're looking for. It's been very interesting because the reads this month have been very love-focused, but also very positive, because the Three of Coins is about teamwork. This is about partnership, satisfaction. So this is saying, look, you're wanting somebody to create a life with, even if it's just somebody to date regularly and eventually commit to in a relationship. The Three is saying, that's where your mindset is coming in. You're not asking for, your knight in shining armor, or your princess at the top of the tower. You're looking for something reasonable, something pragmatic, something that you can grow into a friendship, a relationship, but somebody you're attracted to, and obviously that you are physically attracted to as well. So that's a good place coming into the month, because you're being, just aware of what you want, and you're looking at it saying, okay, what do I want to accomplish? What I want in relationships, or to accomplish my end goal, whether it's just to meet somebody, to date regularly, to have a solid relationship, to eventually have kids, get married, etc. Whatever your goal is, that's what your mindset is coming into this month. And some of you, I think, have had too many other priorities to be able to focus on it, or you just really didn't care. You were kind of like, it's always been kind of at the wayside, and now you're pushing it to the forefront, because it might be nice to spend the new year and start a new life with somebody. If you're looking to reconcile, this is about coming to some sort of communication. This is about deciding that you do want to see if you guys can come back together. You do want to see if there's any possibility for you guys to regain a partnership. But you're understanding that it takes two. And so whether you're in contact with this person or not, we'll look a little deeper as the read goes on. But this says, look, that you're looking like all you wanted was a partner with this person. All you wanted was some sort of, 50-50 relationship. And you still think that's possible, or you're hoping it's possible, if you could just communicate what exactly you want, or if they would communicate with you exactly what they want. The next card you have is any feelings that you have coming into December, and this is internal, and you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is an amazing way to feel coming into the month. And some of you may say, well, I'm not quite there yet, but this can take time. And yes, I'm filming this on the 2nd of December. You are last, but certainly not least. You will be first after the birthday sign for January, but this is there's still time for this. It doesn't mean just because this is coming in that it can't happen the first week or even the second week. It just means at some point this is something you're going to experience, but generally towards the beginning of the month. And you may have already started experiencing it in November. So the King of Wands is somebody that I look up to, somebody that's inspiring, somebody that, has boldness, but also has morals and ethical background. So the King is, if you're looking to date, or if you're looking for love, or you're wondering what type of person, you want to have a relationship with, you're presenting yourself as somebody other people would want to be around. I mean, these people are encouraged by you, magnetized by you. For whatever vibe you're giving off, or whatever self-esteem you have right now, hold on to that, revel in them, because you're putting out into the universe. It's almost like, when you have a good hair day, or, you're feeling good, or you listen to a great song and you walk into a store, and have you ever noticed that people actually it's like they notice you or they're paying attention because you're giving off this energy and vibe. It doesn't have to be just because you look good or you did your hair good. I mean, yes, that can help enhance that vibe, but this is about an energy coming from inside and people being able to feel that, and it's attracting them. So if you've had more suitors come forward, or if all of a sudden people, maybe you're not even online dating, maybe you are, but maybe you're meeting more people just going out with friends, or maybe you're going to gatherings, especially here in the US with holiday parties and whatnot, and people are noticing you. It's because you're drumming up this, people feel like they can connect with you. That's really what the bottom line is. If you haven't noticed it yet, you will. And some of you may say, Dark Dove, I'm not feeling that great this month, but you're putting on an air at some point, whether it's just going out or whether, it's when you're meeting new people or even walking through the grocery store. There's some sort of, finesse about you this month that's really going to attract people. And the way you're doing it is in an ethical way. People are looking at you as though you're genuinely being who you are, and you're not wearing a mask or putting on some disguise, which makes you look like you're comfortable in your skin, which will in turn make other people feel comfortable with you. If you're looking to reconcile, this is saying a few things here. Whenever I see this in this position and you're looking to reconcile, this says either you're going to have to take a stand and say, I want to be with you. I think we could do this. I think we can have this team, this partnership again. But here's what I need from you. It's almost like you're going to have to lead this in the direction you want. Now, some of you may say, well, he or she cheated or he or she wrong. Fine. Then you may have to be this king and be the bigger person, or, step out of your comfort zone as much as you want to dwell on whose fault it is or who treated who bad. If you want to reconcile with this person, you may have to take this initiative. You may just have to be the bold person out and say, hey, this is what I want. Or if you guys are communicating and you feel like you're not getting the answers you want, or you feel like it's just kind of stagnant, you're going to have to say, I think what it's coming down to, Libra, is you're going to have to make your commitment, what you want known. And this would inspire the other person to then in turn either say, I agree with you, I feel like this, or tell you, I'm not ready for that, or whatever the case may be. But this is saying, look, you've almost got the power to make this happen. Now, if they're completely ignoring you, then that's when me personally would maybe think about putting a timestamp on it. I would try and get a hold of them. I would know that they know you're getting a hold of them. I mean, you don't know, maybe they've blocked your number, or maybe, they've got you on spam on email or something. So maybe they're not even seeing any of your communication. Regardless, you may have to do something bold to get in touch with them. Once you know that you've gotten in touch with them, and if they're not interested, then I think that you're in this position here where you can move on and say, you know what, if you don't want me, look, there's other people here who do, and other people who are genuinely going to feel a magnetism to me to have a relationship. The next card you have is your distant past. So generally over the past 5 to 10 years, sometimes in your childhood. I always read this together for singles and anybody looking to reconcile, because it's usually not the person you're looking to reconcile with right this second. It could be, but generally this goes back further. I always bring this card up because it's important to remember the good from the past and bring that forward into the future. And then any negative things that happened in the past, it's always good to not fall back in those habits. So whatever card comes in for you this month with that are things that maybe the universe is telling you, hey, make sure you don't fall into those old habits or those old behaviors, or date people who don't treat you the way you want to be treated. Now you have the Page of Swords, and this is somebody who is seeking the truth and really digging deep. So for some of you, there was a divorce that happened and you were lied to and betrayed, and there were things that happened where I don't know. I even see people finding out after the divorce happened, finding credit card receipts and finding out that you guys were in serious debt and you had no idea that was going on. Or, one of your parents left a long time ago and you haven't seen them in forever, and then you found out later on they had a whole nother family. Or you find out that, your mom or dad, somebody's had an affair for years. This is somebody hiding a big secret. I feel like it's something you figured out, Libra, or you found out, but it could be that you harbored a big secret for a long time in a relationship, and when it kind of finally came to fruition, the relationship was done. But there's like some family secrets or some sort of, the wool was pulled over your eyes at some point, and you've just vowed that you'll never, like, trust is such a big thing with you. That's why this teamwork 50-50 aspect is so important, because you're just not willing to live in the lie and whatever it was before. Maybe you knew your husband or wife was cheating and you let it go on. Maybe you knew you didn't love this person and you let the relationship last a lot longer than it needs to. Not very negative coming through, just saying, don't let your past repeat, but also don't dwell in the past. Don't assume that if somebody did keep secrets from you, that everybody's like that, right? Okay, the next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past 2 weeks, past month or two, and you have the Queen of Wands. So you've definitely got some fire energy, and the higher energies coming out, the more leadership energies coming out. So you have the King and the Queen here, and that's fire, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So I don't know if maybe that's somebody you're dealing with or somebody you're wanting to reconcile with. But the Queen here is also very similar to the King. It's somebody that people, are drawn to. They feel a connection with. So if you're looking to date, or if you're starting to date, or if you've been dating, you're going to start seeing a boost in your confidence, which is going to boost others' confidence in connecting with you or contacting with you. So very interesting, Libra. I feel like some of you are out of your normal skin, because some of you are just, day-to-day normal routine, nice people, how you doing, but never really bouncing around like the grocery store. And I don't know why I say bouncing, because I don't really see people bouncing necessarily, but like there's a pickup in your step, like a quickness in your step, a confidence when you're walking around this month. And for some of you, it may be years since you felt this. Maybe it's holiday music, or maybe it's just feeling good. You change lifestyles, you're getting more sleep. Something's going on here that's putting you in this kind of passionate ferocity feeling. I mean, the Queen is somebody that people look up to, just like the King. So I feel like this is energy you've had for a month or two, but you're really putting it into full swing come December. Now, if you're looking to date, if people are not approaching you, you're going to be approaching them. You're also feeling like very creative or very inventive this month. So maybe you're figuring out new ways to get together. Hell, maybe you're putting on a party for singles at your house, or you're saying to a friend, hey, could you do me a big favor and put on like a singles soiree, and I'll, pay for whatever, if you're going to have booze, or if you're going to do like a lunch, or maybe you're going to do like, I don't know, some Pictionary dinner. I don't know. I feel like some of you are kind of like, I'm not doing this online shit. I'm not putting my energy or time into this. That is not working for me, but I'm going to figure out some new ways of meeting people, because damn it, I'm ready and I'm feeling good. And if you're looking to reconcile, this comes back full force in what I was saying on the King. This is you either finding creative ways to get their attention. Maybe you're coming up with, maybe you're the one who needs to say sorry. I mean, I feel like here, some of you, like I said, are going to be like, no, Dark Dove, they wronged me. I shouldn't have to contact them. But I do feel like some of you could be to blame, or it could be just mutual. I mean, it always takes two to tango, right? As cliche as that is, it does always take two. And so this is saying, look, you may have to come up with a creative way, or you may not have to. You may decide, look, I really love this person and they deserve the world, and that's how I'm feeling right now. So I am going to show up at their work and bring flowers, or I'm going to send them flowers at their work. I'm going to, whatever. There's something here that some of you are just kind of like, I'm coming after you full swing, or they may be coming after you full swing. Like I said, right now I still get 50-50 energy, but it's kind of showing you as being the one who's a little more confident. And you have to think, just because they're not contacting you doesn't mean they don't love you, or doesn't mean they feel the same way. Everybody has their own spurts, right? So it could be that you're really confident and like, hey, I want this with them. I still want this. We were a good team. What happened? We can get back there again. But they may not be feeling that confident, or they may not even feel like you like them. A lot of times we assume because somebody's not contacting us, it means that they don't like us or whatever. But you have to think about the amount of time you haven't contacted them and go, well, I still love them. I've just been nervous they don't want to hear from me. Well, it's the same. You guys may just be in two different stages of how you feel about it. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, generally for the next 2 to 3 months. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is very hardworking, very cautious, but very methodical. Somebody who's putting a lot of work and energy into one thing. If you're looking to date, I think this is you looking to date. Now, I think that this may come down to putting your time and energy into one particular person. My cards are falling all over here. Sorry, just a sec. With the Knight, like I said, I think that you're going to find one or two people that you think that you could have this teamwork with. Again, I think that it's going to be coming down to asking somebody to throw a party or going to somebody's get together. There's something more organic in the way that you're going to meet this person. But this Knight is saying, look, now once you meet this person or once you narrow it down to one or two people, you're going to focus full-heartedly on, you're not going to be on the dating sites, and not that you're like obsessed or you're like, stalking or anything crazy. It's doing exactly what I think is very healthy in the beginning, which is being very attentive. And I think that you're going to feel like putting the hard work and energy into making it blossom. Shouldn't take that much hard work, but it's going to be, focusing on, you've probably got a lot going on. You've got work, you've got other things, activities. Some of you are single parents, some of you volunteer or have, spin class or whatever it is that you do. And so you're going to be making sure that, you're texting them once a day or doing things that make them feel good and make them feel as good as you're going to feel when you're meeting them. Having that confidence and that ferocity of these fire signs, of these cards, the King and the Queen. If you're looking to reconcile, the Knight says it's very similar. So, which is interesting because technically, if you're looking to reconcile, aren't you single? It's just you still have a connection, a lust, a want, a love for somebody that's on your mind. So you're not quite ready to build something new with somebody else. But the Knight is saying similar for you as for somebody who's single. You're going to work at whatever this is. If they say, okay, I give you a chance, or okay, let's do this, or even if they contact you and you don't have to be the one to be bold and contact them, you guys know it's going to take hard work to accomplish what you want. This is exactly, you're coming into this month very aware of it. And the Knight says you're going to get your chance to make that happen, and you're going to make it happen if it truly is something you want and it's truly meant to come. You're going to cultivate the seed. Again, you're going to be very pragmatic about it. You're going to be very practical. You're going to be, responsible while doing it and making good decisions and making sure you're kind of nurturing and understanding that it's going to be a process if you guys decide that you really want to take another shot at it.